Welcome back to another Good, the Bad, and the Ugly video, and today I'm out here in TGpeak because I'm not really shooting the dummy with these videos. I'm just talking about the comms, so why not have a prettier back set? And I do quite like this back set here. So anyways, today is Zero, and I might as well get started with the Zero comms. So first here we have his legendary hunter. Like most of the legendaries, these focus on your top skills. He's got 3 passive boosts and an additional red text ability on it. So a high cooldown rate, not quite as high as Maya's, but pretty damn close. Critical hit damage, which is massive with Zero, because he loves to stack that stuff up. Reload speed, which is always a beautiful thing. Who doesn't love reload speed? And 5 out of 5 on 5 skills, like Maya's one. And then when you go into Deception, you instantly get back 10% of your health. Well, that's not huge. Zero is a glass cannon, and any health is a massive, massive help. So, let's look at this on the skill tree. So, you got Headshot, which is great, you know. 20% out of 5 out of 5, and now 40%. Who doesn't love that? And sorry if my skill build isn't perfect, guys. I'm not a major Zero player. I always struggle in the last few points on the cunning tree. I don't like to get too fang if I'm sniping, and kind of where do I throw them. So, fast hands. Again, reload speed. So this at 10 out of 5 is 50%. Combined with the comm, you're already looking at almost 100%. Well, not really, I guess. 72% reload speed, but that's quite large. And then the swap speed is awesome as well. Especially when you're sniping a lot, because snipers have a slow swap speed. Counter-Strike, here's where the comm kind of loses me. I don't think this is the best comm for skills for Zero, and it's not the comm's fault. All of them just go along the top. But Counter-Strike is good if you're going a pure melee build, but in a melee hybrid is not that great. If you are doing a melee, or a lot of Zero's, I guess, builds are going to go get Killing Blow and Execute, which does make Counter-Strike a little bit better, but like I said, you're not often going to be getting a lot out of that. But not the greatest there. And then Killing Blow is huge, so getting that out of 10 out of 5, well, just that 1 point execute does really help you get those big executes off on kind of weaker enemies or bigger enemies. So Killing Blow is nice to have, but then Iron Hand, kind of pointless. So I've seen a lot of people that like this comm and use it, but they waste pretty much Counter-Strike and Iron Hand. A lot of those are ignored, and not a lot of melee builds are using this comm for obvious reasons, although it does hit Killing Blow. But yeah, it's kind of I don't know, it's kind of wasteful, I guess. Maybe if Iron Hand or something was moved over to Optics, you can always toss 1 point in Optics, and that's quite nice for, you know, hitting crits while you're getting shot at, because when you're getting shot at, you are bouncing around. It wouldn't be a skill you go 10 out of 5 in, but I'd rather see one of those moved over to here. I think that would be more helpful, because this is more of a gun hybrid comm than a melee comm, and Iron Hand and Counter-Strike are often wasted. But that being said, the massive cooldown it gives you lets you pop in and out of Deception. Especially if you're wearing a bone on top of that. You can get in and out of Deception with this comm insanely fast. And the extra 10% of health it gives you on top of Innervate kind of lets you play a gun Zero pretty well without Moxie guns and without having to spam a lot of transfusion grenades. So that's the nice thing about this comm. It really kind of opens up a more or less healing, outside healing reliant build, and that's a very nice thing, but it does take some skill to pull off. So I don't think this is as good as Maya's one, but it is a damn good comm. So next we'll go in order with the Slayer of Terra. Once again, like the Maya one, you got the burn damage and burn chance, which on Zero or even kind of more dumb. And then the max health on Zer0 is even dumber as well, since Zer0 is a glass cannon. That extra health isn't really helping anything. So I guess onto the skills. So this one, once again, it really goes backwards. So it did move into optics, but it took it from killing blow. And it kept Iron Hand and Counter-Strike, making this really terrible. Just bad choices overall, and even worse, the fact that, you know, they don't go up to 5 like I addressed before. It's really, really a bad comm. So, moving on to better news, we have the Legendary Sniper. Now let's compare this to the purple variant. Here we go. So, a Legendary Sniper, this is a very cool comm. It fully embraces the glass cannon effect of Zer0 by increasing your both damage and critical hit. And one of the things that makes Zer0 great is he's got a lot of things that do that. Deception and critical ascension, as well as this comm. And that gives you that double tap. You increase your damage, and your damage gets increased by critical hit damage, and then gets increased even more by your critical hit damage boost. So your typical sniper comm's got one-shot, precision, and headshot. One-shot and headshot are great. Headshot here, 40% critical hit bonus, just passive. That's quite huge. And then one-shot, one kill. This is easy to get off, especially during deception. And during deception here, you have 200% gun and 250% critical hit. Well, adding 120% to your base damage is massive on top of all that. Considering, you know, you've seen this, that, and your comm boost, one shot, one kill is really great for snipers, especially with all Zer0's reload buffs, which makes it, you know, even better. But precision is a really dumb sniping skill, because this is where Gearbox kind of did a poor job here, or not even kind of, this did. It's much like my Maya video I was talking about the other day, when it's pointless to go just pure glass cannon and then stack like a bee and a bow on top of it. Snipers are accurate, so why would you add an accuracy skill to accurate guns? A lot of people think, oh, that's good, I need accuracy because I'm sniping, but snipers are accurate. So they don't need a boost in accuracy. Shotguns love an accuracy boost. Snipers don't care about an accuracy boost. So it'd be cool if maybe precision was in another skill tree for kind of the hybrid Zer0 in this center cunning tree. It'd be a good skill in there, but in the sniper tree, it's a waste of a skill. But it's even more of a waste because it's boosted on both of these comms. The only sniper it's really good on is the Skull Masher. And maybe the Patriot? I mean, it's really a waste. I mean, I guess you could pop 1 point in there if you want to a pure sniper, because maybe with hip firing and some other stuff, but yeah. Now, velocity is a great sniping skill, but it doesn't play nice with the Liuta or the Pimpernel, which are the best two snipers in this game. Which means a lot of people end up skipping this skill. And that's kind of sad. But, once again, velocity is great with the Skull Masher. Almost like this is the legendary Skull Masher comm, not the legendary Sniper comm. But I can't really blame them for adding velocity to it. You know, it's a good idea in general. And then you have Kill Confirmed, which isn't one of his best boosts. But when it's boosted, just tossing 1 point down there, because you're going to want to get 5 out of at 1 of the gun. And in the sniper tree, you're typically going headshot, killer, one shot, one kill, bore, and then you got to spend some points to get down to at 1 with a gun, which you want 5 in, and obviously CA. So with this comm, you could just go down and kind of put 1 in each of these. I guess you would just skip optics at that point, but maybe 1, 1, and 2, because you have bore, so you need to get 4 points spent. And all 3 of these are boosted, but you don't really need to put 5 points in them, and that helps you get down there cheaply. It's not bad, but this would be better if these 3 skills were something else. You you know, if kill confirmed was at 1 on the gun, and then maybe precision was on killer, or fast hands, or ambush, or rising shot, or even innervate would have actually been huge. Add some gun damage on there. A lot of these, you know, follow through. There's so many skills that would have been better boosted for a better sniper, but they wanted to stick to this tree, and they didn't pick the best. It's still a damn good comm. It's quite amazing. It's just, it's not kind of done as well as Maya's cat comm was. And that's kind of sad. It would have been nice for that to be a little more dialed in, I guess. So next is the killer. So here, your purple killer, team critical hit damage, which is beautiful. Ambush, which is a great skill. Fearless and killer. And on the legendary, you have ambush, killer, but this one took off fearless, which is kind of breaking the mold a little bit. So let's go and look at these skills. So here you have headshot, once again, awesome. Killer, massive critical hit damage and reload. 10 out of 5 killer is absolutely insanely good. Velocity again. Ambush, which is multiplicative, which is massive for 0, which means you're remultiplying all your big critical hits. And Two-Fang, which is really cool for hybrid gun builds. Really great for shotgun builds, especially with a lot of shotguns are slow, but even fast-firing Jacobs ones, it helps you fire them faster. So these are all really nice ones. You really get a bonus damage out of it between killer, ambush. Velocity plays great with shotguns. Torg or Jacobs. You know, Jacobs, it extends that range. Torg ones fire so slow. And, you know, a lot of critical hit, a multiplicative, and fire rate boost, essentially. Really good comm. Kind of DPS glass cannon heavy, but that is 0. And the fact that it's a high team critical hit boost, your teammates should absolutely love you, unless they're crappy players that can't hit a crit. So I think the legendary killer class comm's a better put together class comm than the legendary sniper. And then lastly we have the ninja. So the ninja compared to the regular ninja. Regular ninja, you have extra melee damage, slightly more, not that you're going to notice that. You have killing blow, which is on both, backstab, which is on both, and resurgence, which is on both. But on this one, was ambush on both? Hold on. I have to double check that. Ambush, fear, oh no. Nope, it was not. So ambush, that is really awesome because, again, it's multiplicative, and when you're in deception, ambush is always active. So this is a big boost to your melee damage. You know, obviously killing blow. Follow through is a massive one, and that was brilliant to add. That's the other one. Killing slow, backstab, and resurgence. Yep. So follow through, just that movement speed is so huge for melee 0, especially in many must fall chains to get to one enemy to the next. But also that extra melee damage, well, that's an additive one. With all of 0's multiplicative boosts to melee, adding to your base damage is just going to be a big help. And again, it's going to help you actually get off those many must fall chains. And the gun damage, you know, sometimes you got to bust out a gun with 0. And if you have this active, that's a big help. So I think this was brilliant to add. I think this comm, I don't know if they could have done it much better to add skills to it. 'Cause, you know, you keep the original 3. Resurgence is really huge too. That boosted really helps 0 because he is so squishy. Backstab is obviously a big one for 0. Yeah, there's really no complaints here. It really hits all of his biggest, probably his biggest melee skills. You know, Iron Fist and Be Like Water aren't the biggest ones. So yeah, these are pretty much damn perfect, almost melee comm. Some people might rather have Counter-Strike than Ambush, but that's a small point. I think most people would actually prefer Ambush. So Yeah, Zer0 really nailed it on that one. And that is all the Zer0 comms. So, I don't think they did quite as good of a job with Zer0's as Maya's. Close. But it's really just the sniper that could have been better designed. And especially because it came out so late in the game, Gearbox should have been aware of the precision. And like I said, on the Legendary Killer, they did get rid of one of the skills from the purple variant. So they could have done that with the sniper. And velocity and precision really both should be moved to better skills. So pretty close. Pretty good job overall. Just a little miss, but it's still a good comm. And of course the Terra ones still suck, because they always suck. So anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think. I admittedly not the biggest or best Zer0 player, so you guys might have very much differing opinions than me on this. And that's definitely fair, because yeah, I'm not the biggest Zer0 expert. I'm not pretending to be. I'm just kind of going what I have heard and seen and kind of think from looking at it. So hopefully I'm fairly accurate with this and you guys agree, but let me know where I'm wrong and where you disagree. So once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Here's some kunai. Bye.